Hello, and welcome to the UN Global Compact Network Australia's 101 series on anti-bribery. I am Kylie Porter, the Executive Director of the UN Global Compact Network Australia.
And I'm Rachel Nicolson, a partner in Allen's Disputes and Investigations Practice and Chair of the UNGCNA Anti-Corruption Leadership Group.
The UNGCNA represents Australian signatories to the UN Global Compact, the world's largest corporate sustainability initiative. Members commit to the UN Global Compact's principles of sustainability, which focus on human rights, labour standards, environmental responsibility, and combating bribery and corruption. The UNGCNA provides a principles-based framework that builds capacity to change and create a more sustainable future. A global framework of laws prohibits domestic and foreign bribery, both in the public and private sectors. These laws can be complex and technical, and stakeholders expect businesses to employ measures to comply with these laws and prevent bribery and corruption incidents from occurring. Anti-bribery compliance issues can be very challenging, even for the most well-resourced companies with mature compliance programs. It can be difficult to understand how Australia's criminal code interacts with the UN Convention Against Corruption, how the US Foreign Corrupt Practices Act fits in with the World Bank's performance standards, and how the UK Bribery Act lines up with the International Standards Organisation's best practice management systems. This series aims to demystify these anti-bribery compliance issues and provides Australian businesses with a 101 introduction to the topic. While the bribery and corruption risks faced and the compliance measures required to mitigate them will differ from businesses to business, depending on the size, their activities, and their geographic presence, there are a number of key lessons and guiding principles that are applicable to all businesses.
With that in mind, this series contains 10 3 to 5 minute videos that can be viewed in one setting or separately. In each video, an Allen's lawyer will discuss an important anti-bribery issue. Session 2 discusses what is bribery, what is corruption, and what are the consequences. It's an introductory model that provides an overview of key concepts in anti-bribery and the potential effects of bribery and corruption incidents, both for business and society at large. Session 3 discusses what regulators expect of companies and why it's critical to have an anti-bribery compliance program. Session 4 delves into the importance of assessing bribery and corruption risks, how to approach a risk assessment, and likely key risk areas. Session 5 looks at the role of the board and senior management in anti-bribery compliance. Session 6 looks at how to effectively communicate anti-bribery policies, procedures and expectations within a business, and the key components of anti-bribery training programs. Session 7 looks at how to best manage third-party risks and the controls that a business can implement to minimise the risk of its third parties engaging in corrupt conduct on its behalf. Session 8 looks at how to manage other key exposure areas, such as gifts and entertainment, sponsorships and donations, and conflicts of interest, and some potentially responsive controls. Session 9 covers the necessity of anonymous reporting channels and predefined investigation procedures. And Session 10 concludes the series by looking at how and why a business should integrate its anti-bribery and corruption procedures with its other compliance systems.
We're delighted that you have chosen to join us for this series, and we hope that you find the sessions illuminating and interesting.